So it's three major systems that run the body. You got the blood. The blood is what feeds the cells of the body, y'all. So the blood feeds the cells of the body, phytonutrients, glucose, fructose. It feeds the body galactose, amino acids that come together as a structure that we call proteins, electrolytes, minerals, macronutrients, micronutrients, oxygen for the exchange of carbon dioxide. The blood literally feeds the cells of the body all the phytonutrients and energy that it needs to burn for ATP, or what we call adenosine triphosphate. This is what gives the body the fight, the will to fight, the will to flight, vitality, power, just the will to live. Then you have something called the nervous system, which communicates with the cells of the body. And this basically commands the cells and tells the cells what to do. Last but not least is my favorite system, the system that I'm an expertise in. It's called the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. A lot of people don't realize what the lymphatic system does, but it goes throughout the body and it collects all the metabolic waste, any toxemia, any viruses, any dead microorganisms, any unutilized minerals, any unutilized amino acids. It takes it from the cells. It takes it to something called lymph vessels. It goes down to these lymph nodes. The lymph nodes actually degrade and break these things down due to something called leukocytes. And what make up leukocytes is white blood cells. These are things like neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, which is one of my favorite fields inside of the blood when you're doing a lot of blood analysis, because they get active. They in there killing and eating everything that ain't supposed to be in the body. So you have neutrophils, you have basophils, you have eosinophils, and these are what you will call granulocytes. Then next you have something called agranulocytes, which is still a part of these actual leukocytes, and this is a lymphocyte and a monofield. Well, these things are part of the lymphatic system. When the lymphatic defense system is activated, they get released in the bloodstream and they go throughout the tissues, in and out the tissues, and they are attacking that's not supposed to be in the body, and they go through something called phagocytosis. And this basically is these little bitty cells go through and they eat and engulf these cells. They degrade them and break them down. They go through a state of autophagy and then they get them out the body. So I'm going to show you how to activate that system and how to drain the lymphatic system. If you can drain the lymphatic system, I don't care what disease you're going through, you can heal your body. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of family members to prove so. So first thing you have to realize is you have the lymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the body. Then you have the glymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the brain or the cranial area. So it's good to know where these different lymph nodes is at. Every individual, if you're a full-grown human being, you got about 700 to 900 lymph nodes in the body. But you have major lymph nodes in the body, and if you can move these lymph nodes and get them activated, you can break down all your metabolic waste, you can relieve pressure, you can shrink tumors without getting any chemotherapy and radiation. You can do miraculous things to the body because your body have a self-healing system if you just knew and they taught you about it. So when you look at your cranial nerves or your cranial lymphatic nerves or lymphatic nodes, the first one you have is what you will call the maxillary. The maxillary is under the throat. These are your maxillaries. All right. Then you have something called the sphenoids. The sphenoids, lymph nodes, is actually behind your eyes right here. You see that? Then you have something called just regular nasal nodes. Your nasal nodes is right behind your nose. You see that? Then you have cervical nodes. Your cervical nodes are in your neck. The maxillary is under your chin. So I'm finna show you an exercise that relieve all that pressure all the way to what you will call the subclavian node, or the subclavian vein is right here. Most of your major lymph nodes is on your collarbone or beneath. You got 3 on top and then you got 4 at the bottom. So this is what I've been teaching all of my clients to do, especially like the youngest. We got a beautiful young boy, 7 years old. He have a actual tumor on his pods. We had an 8-year-old come through here who we healed of brain cancer. How many tumors she had?
4?
Yeah, 4 tumors on her brain. We did this exercise. We put her on our geogenetic therapeutic package, and we put her on an all-fruit diet. This was, what, 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Chemotherapy took her hair off. She didn't have no hair. She came back. The clinic opened 2 weeks ago. They came a week ago, so excited to show us the results. No more tumors. Her hair grew back. She's beautiful. Her hair down here. Am I lying? Hair down to hair now. She's completely functional, jumping up and down. I mean, like amazing testimonies from showing people how to move their lymph. So this is the first exercise. The first exercise we're going to start, and we basically finna move the subclavian area, where you talk about the subclavian vein, and this is called the cervical area.